The large economic unit called the corporation has come to define business activity in a modern industrial service economy. Even a mid-sized corporation employs thousands of people, serves hundreds of thousands of customers, and controls assets and does business amounting to several million dollars. The growing power of a corporation has brought increased invention by the only body with sufficient strength and scope to match corporate power. And what body is this? What has enough power to control the corporation? The government. Yes, the federal government, the economic, 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 okay, economic. Economic role of the government has grown tremendously over the past century as more and more corporate activities have come under regulation. Why has this happened? Well, to prevent fraud against stockholders, for one thing. Also to protect customers from fraud, like false advertising, 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 false advertising. To protect workers, for example, law against child labor and unsafe working conditions. Oh, this is illegal act. To consider the workers in Fukushima power plant now. To protect the workers, for example, law against child labor and unsafe working conditions. Yes, these are all reasons why we have a government regulation of business. Not just in this country, but in most advanced industrial and service economies. Governments have taken on an increasing role in economic affairs. Let's take a minute to review what we talked about last time. What are the methods that the government use to influence economic activities? Elizabeth? Texas. あ、びっくりした。テキサスなわけないやん。タクシーズ。テキサスやったらどうなんやねん。Taxis. Taxis encourage or discourage certain kinds of economic activity. Encourage or discourage certain kinds of economic activity. And taxes are also a way for the government to get money to spend on programs. That's right. So, okay, there's taxes and what else? Joshua? Government spending. The government gives business incentives to produce certain goods or services. Also, spending could take the form of a tax break, or it could be a direct payment, like a government contract, or a grant, or a subsidy. Subsidy かな。Subsidy. Subsidy. Yes, that's right. Governments intervene in economic activities through taxation and spending. The third method, of course, what we've just been talking about, regulation. There's been a tremendous increase in the law and regulation that governs the economic affairs of a complex society like ours. Beginning in the late 1800s, our political leaders rejected the idea that the government governs best, which governs least. Political leaders. Political leaders. Leaders rejected the idea that the government governs best, which governs least. The government started to use its power to police the economic system. One of the first things the government did was to limit the exercise of monopoly power by regulating railroad and public utilities. Okay, okay, let's talk about this sentence. The idea that the government governs best, which governs least. I cannot understand this. The government started to use its power to police the economic system. To police, this is verb, not noun. Police, police, police. Okay, okay. Police. Use its power to police the economic system. One of the first things the government did was to limit the exercise of monopoly power by regulating railroads and public utilities. 電力会社とか鉄道会社に、自分ばっか儲けてたらあかんよって言ったわけやね。Monopoly. After that, the government began regulate, regulating utility rates, costs for telephone, electricity, fuel, and so on. Since then, a whole set of industries has come under government regulation. Financial markets, the airlines, trucking, barge, and water traffic, oil and natural gas pipelines, and so on. Also, in recent decades, there's been a rapid growth of social regulation. What do I mean by social regulation? Things like laws that require food package to list all the ingredients. Yes, that's a good example. There are a number of laws regulating food and cosmetics. Cosmetic. 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 Social regulation also includes the laws that were first passed to protect workers in mines and then workers in general. Now, there are laws that protect all of society, for example, regulations for air and water pollution and for storage and disposal of hazardous materials, materials like nuclear waste. There are also safety standards for automobiles and consumer products, such as car seats for babies. All of these are forms of social regulation. We've come a long way since the day of laissez-faire capitalism, when business ran free and unchecked by government. When the political leaders of the 19th century first started proposing regulation of business, this was considered a radical idea. However, with the passage of time, the radical ideas of that era became the accepted convictions of today. The general public has come to accept and even expect the limits on capitalism. Passage